What's up, guys? I'm Broken Bones, and welcome to the KRU5TYKRAFT server. What's up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome to the KRU5TYKRAFT server. Today, we're going to be showing you what it's going to take to become a new recruit on this server. The first thing you're going to notice is, yes, we are in full-blown survival, in hard mode, and that's the way we play. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you around. So some of you already may know, you guys have probably spawned in here a time or two if you guys have tried to join my world before and been kicked. We don't allow new players that aren't new recruits to join the server. That's how we keep our server safe. And besides that, when you come onto the server, you don't have any privileges and you cannot get out. There's a button there and you cannot use that without any privileges. So don't even bother trying to join unless you've gone through this recruitment process. So once your application has been reviewed, somebody will go ahead and grant you privileges once you've joined the world. And once you join this server, somebody will let you out and bring you up to the town hall. The town hall is going to be where all the new recruits get acquainted with the server. This has everything that you guys will need to get yourselves started. So if you guys come on in here, if we come on down to the back down here, come on here to the right, you can see that there's an enchanting room, there's a soon-to-be map wall that we haven't completely constructed yet, and then there's some storage out the back for some of your personal belongings and things like that. This is a temporary place to keep your stuff until you actually become a member of the guild, where you're more of a permanent member on the server. Over here in the town hall, there's a potion brewing room, so you can brew some of the potions that you guys will need to go ahead and make some of the battles easier in your ventures. And I believe over here is this nice lounging room, and then we have an upstairs that isn't completely done yet. It's still in the midst of being worked on, but nonetheless, this whole town hall is for you guys to get started on. So here we are at the guild. This is where all of the permanent server members reside. We all have bedrooms in here, kind of like a hotel, but more like a warriors guild. So if we come up in here, I'll show you guys around. The first floor is for moderators only. So as you come on in here, you can see that this carpet layout, the red and black, is for all the moderators. We have moderators like Dr. Anchored and British Lad and what is this, Brick Kid and Get Laid. So we have a bunch of moderators in here. We also have former rooms over here. We have Misty, Irish Lad, Rogue Volpe, and myself, so I'm down here too. These lights represent your activity here on the server. So every month, at the beginning of the month, you need to go ahead and flick your light in the on position, because at the end of every month, we go around and we flick them off. So that means that the end of the month is up, and this is basically your rent payment showing your activity here on the server. So if your light's off, and we come back around again next month and your light's still off, then we're going to be messaging you about your activity on the server. So the moderator rooms are over there to the left from the entrance, and over here off to the right is a lobby. So this lobby here is just for like lounging around. Here's a TV that you guys can watch and a table that you guys can eat at. It's kind of little decorations. And then over here is our elevator. So this is down, this is up, if you guys know about that in the new aquatic features. Let's go ahead and head up to the second floor here. The second and third floor are for recruits. So as you can see here, here's one of the recruits, Creepin' Stoner. She's one of my good friends here on the server. And as you can see, her light is on. That means her activity on the server has been within the last month. And now come December or whenever next month, we're going to be flicking that off. So in that month, she'll need to come back and flick that back on to show that she's been on the server. And as you can see, we don't have all the rooms filled up just yet. We got a few that are piled in here. We got Clay, we got Cater, we got a Dark Oblivion, we got Subsonics in here. So we've got quite a few members in here, but we still have more bedrooms to fill up. So here we are on the third floor, which as you can see, some of the lights are off. Some of these players haven't been in here in a while. And we also have two moderator rooms up here on the third floor for supervision over the entire guild. So the difference between the mod rooms and the regular rooms is that the mod rooms are a little bit bigger. As you can see, they get this nice window here so they can see out, and then also they have a much bigger room so they can house all their project materials. You guys as new recruits are not going to be housing project materials, only personalized items such as your gear, armor, tools, things like that. No hoarding of any items of any kind, because we share everything in this village out here where we store every single item in the game. So coming from the guild all the way down the staircase, you land right in the middle of the village. We still have some cleanup left to do from some of the projects from earlier, and as you can see, we got some storage areas here. This is our little miner's hut right here, which has everything to do with mining. So you have all of your andesite, all of your ores, all of your dirt and things like that, gravel and all that, sand and red sand. So we literally have a space for everything for mining in there. And everything's categorized, so you make sure that everything stays in its proper space. That was actually a lock that got stripped on accident. Over here is for everything colorful. As you can see, we've got everything for dyes, concrete, concrete powder, wool, carpet, all the rest of everything that's colorful, and a bunch of farms over here that make gaining all these items much easier. Over here we have the nether and end storage area, which looks pretty cool, and if you walk on inside it looks even cooler. And when you come down in here, you got a nice big storage area for everything nether and end related. Coming back out from the nether and end shop, we also have a terraforming shop as well as a bakery, but these aren't done yet. These are still in the works. The storage areas for them haven't been completed yet. So if we walk in inside, we have a new build called the Shulker Shack. This is basically the server's distribution system. You can get rid of every single item in the game in a nice tiny area such as this. So basically each and every color is represented by a different type of shop. So we have mob drops that go in here. We have all the aquatic stuff that goes in here. All the redstone stuff, everything that belongs to the bakery, everything that belongs to the wood shop, potions, farming supplies. You guys get the picture. The decoration shop, which I showed you guys earlier. Over here you have the lost and founds and random bits, so anything that doesn't fit in here can go in here, including armor and tools and things that belong to people that you're not sure about. And over here is your nether and end, your enchanted books for the library, your terraforming, the guardian and prismarine stuff, the mining resources. So this is the miner's hut storage area, and then also we have a stone and cobble ore storage, which actually we need to actually go ahead and hit the button on that one and dispense a new shulker box. So there's how you get a new shulker box. You can load that one up. When it's full, you hit the button and it'll go down into the chest and it'll dispense a new shulker box, so you can just continuously unload all of your items. And then over here is your ice and snow and water storage. So just behind these builds is another part of the village that's up here. We have Helm's Deep, which is all of our stone storage. We have the wood farm, which has everything wood. And we also have the library, which has all the enchanted books and much more. Let's go in here and check this place out. This place was made and designed by Get Laid. So let's go ahead and check this out. So if you come on down in here, you drop through the minecart, and it drops you in here. So all these tool books, all these armor books, and everything else, you have universal books like Mending and Unbreaking 3 and things like that, and book storage for unenchanted things like bookshelves, books and quills and paper. So literally you have every single enchant in the game that could possibly fit in here. So that way it's much easier to go ahead and enchant your tools with just grabbing some of these things. However, if you run into a chest that's empty, like this one, you need to fill it back up. But before we show you how to fill up the library, we're going to go ahead and show off these builds here really quick. So the wood farm, let's go ahead and do that one. Over here is a wood farm that does pretty much every single type of wood except for dark oak, and it does that automatically. So right here, you stand, you go ahead and flick this lever. It's a 2-player farm, so one player has to sit here with his axe out like this and go ahead and chop all the wood that comes in his way. These pistons will fire the wood that comes from the top over, and then the ones that come from the bottom over, so you get a 2-high or 12-high tree that can get chopped up nice and easily by a single player in AFK. And then the drops go in those hoppers and come down here into shulker box loading stations, where it's very easy to go ahead and grab either a few stacks or a bunch of shulker boxes filled with wood. Now if you're not sure how to use this farm, please ask before you do, because it is quite complicated. Here's where the actual other player goes. They go up this area, they grab a sapling, start planting it right here. Here's the on-off switch right here. Here's the modes. You have oak mode and acacia mode. You need to make sure that those are flicked on if you're going to be growing those types of trees. And over here is your bone meals or your shulker boxes filled with bone meal. When those are empty, they get transferred over to this side. The shulker boxes and specialty items that belong to each of these farms and builds stay in these farms and builds, because otherwise it'll take away from the use of it. So make sure that those stay in. Over here we have Helm's Deep, which is all of our stone storage. Let's head on up here and get up here if we can. There we are. Alright, so this is everything stone, which we just got done doing this project just the other day, right before I finished, started making this recruitment video. So over here, the entrance to our storage area for everything stone is in here, and everything that's pretty much metal or anything to do with ore. So as you can see here, you have gold, iron, coal, emeralds, and diamonds. So pretty much anything made out of these or stone is in here. Off to the left of that storage area is a nice spiral staircase that comes all the way up, kind of natural looking. And if you come up here, here's some more shulker box loading stations for cobblestone and for stone. So these here are connected to this stone gen right here, which you can make cobblestone or stone out of. Here's a shulker box filled with bottles of enchanting. You can put as many bottles of enchanting in here as you like, and it'll go ahead and make sure that your pickaxe stays mended up. One of the future projects for this build is a super smelter, because this is more of like the blacksmith area, everything that's stone and metal. And back over here is a duplication machine. This is where we go ahead and duplicate all of our ores like diamonds and redstone, iron, and all that good stuff. Over here, right next to the nether and end storage area, is a potion brewer area. This place has been dug out, but it hasn't been built yet. This is one of the future projects that we have on the server. One of the good players on the server, Subsonics, has done a wonderful job at terraforming this hill, and just below it is the farmer's market. Now, this place hasn't been completely done yet. It's just very functional, so you can come on in, and as you can see, you've got shulker box loading stations filled with melon slices, pumpkins. You basically have everything for farmers. You have wheat, carrots, potatoes, melons, and pumpkins, beetroot, and even sugarcane. So you have literally everything you could possibly need, and right over here, you have a farmer that you can go ahead and trade with to grab some levels. We still have a bunch of projects here in Spawn, some of which that haven't even been started yet, like a farmer's market and a mob drop shop. Here's the farm down here, but we don't have any market to actually put the items in that looks really cool like the rest of the builds here. So that's some of the projects that we need you guys' help on. And back to the library, let's show you guys how to fill up the books. So here we are at the Villager Trader. This is where we get everything from the villagers. So right over here, I'll go ahead and show you how this thing works. Right down the center is where the sorting system is. So this is where all the villagers come in. These villagers come in here and we can sort them out very easily. Please do not use without asking how to use this first. You will mess this thing up, and it's a pain in the butt to fix. So please don't use this until you've been taught how to use it. I'm not going to bother showing you on camera because you need to learn in person. I need to have you guys use it yourselves and make sure you guys are using under supervision for your first couple of times. Basically, this whole thing will sort out villagers from here into their selected pods. And it's pretty easy with just a flick of a lever. As you can see up top, we have levers that are directing the way that these villagers flow. So right here is all of our shepherds, our Fletchers right here. We have shepherds over here. We have farmers over here. And we also have fishermen over here. So here's all of your brown coat workers. And this is on row 1, which is the orange and red wings. So we have row 1 right here. Row 2 is all of your brown coat apron workers. So I have all your blacksmith, butchers, and things like that, armorers and weaponsmiths. So that's all right here on row 2. That's going to be your purple and red wing. And then over here, you have your clerics. This is full of clerics. The purple and green wing is clerics all the way through. So that way you can get plenty of bottles of enchanting if you need to, and plenty of anything else that you might need, like ender pearls or glowstone. So you have plenty of ways to get that. Over here, the last two rows, row 4 and row 5, is all of your librarians. So we have almost every single enchantment in the game. As you can see, some pods are still open because we haven't found those enchantments yet. And yeah, so we still have a lot of work to do with this guy. So if you want to learn how to use this thing, definitely hit me up and we'll get somebody to show you how to use it. But back to how we figure out how to load up the library. So say mending books are gone. You're going to come over here to the mending villager and fill up an entire shulker box. Instead of going from librarian to librarian trying to get all the books for your gear, you can go to the library, get all the books for your gear, which is much more organized. And when something's out, you can come over here and just collect a bunch of any one book at any one time, which makes it a lot easier for every single player on the server. Every build you see should be epic looking just like this, and that's because it's been designed in creative mode first. All the kinks and flaws have been worked out prior to coming into survival mode and building it, and therefore when we come into survival mode, we can come in here and make something beautiful and epic like this. From the village over towards spawn, you'll be passing the town hall and also spawn. We have a huge project in the works, which is a subway system for the overworld. That's on down here. Well, let's go ahead and take a look down here. So if you come all the way down, we have some ice paths that will be taking you around the server. This project is nowhere near done. It's a huge project and needs a lot of work. So if you're interested in doing this, you can always help out with this. But this is the ice path, so that way you can take a boat and go from one end of the world to the other fairly quickly without having to go to the nether. Looks like we got some slimes right there. But nonetheless, you can see how big this project is. It's a huge circle right here, and it's continued as far as you can see. So it's pretty daunting, but nonetheless, with a crew and a beacon and a couple of pickaxes that are fully enchanted, this project goes pretty fast. Coming back out of the subway system is right over here, the very beginning of our server. We have the community storage area and the community duping room, the originals. So this is the room that we're outgrowing. The storage in here simply just isn't big enough, which is why we're creating a huge village for every single type of item. And yeah, this place still serves some function. There's still some things that we don't have. So anything that we don't have out there comes in here. So make sure that everything does stay in its rightful place. And over here, we have ourselves some mob grinders. We have all the mob farms. If you go through this door, you'll see skelly grinders, zombie grinders, and also spider grinder. Over here is a rubbish bin. You can go ahead and throw away whatever items you don't need. If you don't need something, you can chuck in there and it'll be thrown in lava. And if you need to go to the end, that room is right in here too. You can come in this room, grab yourself a minecart, and this will take you about 1,200 blocks in that direction all the way to the end. Right next door to the community storage area is our duping room. In here we have every single item that you can dupe and several dupers for the community to use. So over here, as you can see, we have emerald blocks, we have gold, we have coal, we have diamonds, we have literally everything. So there's really no need to steal. We have plenty of everything. There's no need to hoard anything because everything is here right here for you. What's ours is yours and what's yours is ours. So just make sure that you contribute to the community and the community will contribute to you. So make sure that you don't hoard anything like that inside you guys' bedrooms. Make sure it's just personal items like your gear, armor, food, all that stuff. Maybe some personalized potions that you guys have made to make your battles easier. And since the server began in July 2018 and today's current date, this is the amount of progress that we've been able to accomplish. And it's all been done in survival hard mode. So it's been quite a challenge getting to this point, but we work as a team and we work as a crew. We get things done and we just we enjoy ourselves. It's so much more fun working with your friends. We still have a bunch of ideas that we still need to do, some of which include a PvP arena, a fun and games area, and even some new build districts, which would be pretty fun. But we try to avoid clutter and keep things organized here on the server, so we just don't allow building just anywhere. We'll have districts for that, and we'll show you how that goes. But if you guys want to become part of the crew and go ahead and get started on the server, you guys need to go down in the description and go ahead and click on that Discord link. That Discord link will take you to the recruitment process where there is an application that you guys will need to fill out, and you guys need to read the rules on that section too. Make sure you guys read all the rules and make sure your applications are correct. Failure to do that will disqualify your applications, and I don't want that to happen to you guys. So make sure you guys do follow the rules. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and if you guys did, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, share this video with all your friends, and ring that notification bell so you guys always know when there's another episode or stream. So, but that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Broken Bones, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.